So, hello and welcome YouTubers and Doctor Who fanatics to a showcase video number 43, and it's my birthday showcase. And yeah, I'm 19 years old, does time absolutely fly. And yeah, I know I haven't uploaded in quite a while, only the Monstrous was like almost 2 weeks ago. And I've had a few comments saying where are my videos, and yeah, I do explain everything in the Q&A video, so no point explaining it here. But what I will say, apologies on limited amount of uploads. Anyway, down to business. I've got a nice amount of Doctor Who stuff to showcase, of course being big finishes, books, and quite a few rare items. So I'm going to divide this video up in 3 segments. First being Doctor Who books, Doctor Who big finishes, and then the rare Doctor Who items, and then I will put them in rarity order. So then, with no further ado, let's begin. Just before I move into the books, I've got a very nice laptop skin. Black and white with the TARDIS, and I'm very happy with this. It's not exactly the same size as the laptop, as this is 17 by 17 and this by here is 15 by 15. But I can't argue, it looks nice and it's black anyway, so you can't really see it too much. But yeah, this back laptop skin is lovely with the TARDIS, black and white. 60s Who is my favourite, so yeah, I'll quickly show that. It looks lovely. So, starting with the books, as I said in one of my videos, I can't remember which one, I had a nice amount of Virgin books, but I wanted to build up my BBC books for the collection video. So yeah, there's a nice amount of BBC books in this video. The first one I'm showing is a Virgin new adventure, Strange England by Simon Messingham. Yeah, I ordered this one absolutely ages ago in January, and took absolutely forever to get to me. And eventually, early March, it came. So it did feel like an early birthday present to me, so it's pretty good. Strange England by Simon Messingham, and this is his first Doctor Who book. I know nothing on the writer Simon Messingham, if he's a loved writer or a hated writer, and as well with the book, I don't know if it's love or hated. It definitely looks like a very clockwork and steampunk sort of story, and very nice cover artwork as well. It's got quite a nice front cover, but when I look at the back it's quite tatty, and this stuff is my doing, trying to take off stickers, so that was my problem. But it's got a few creases up here as well, so it's not in a brilliant condition, but Strange England is not a rare book. So that was the only Virgin book. There may be more when I do the rarity section of the video, have to wait and see. Yeah, now we're entering the BBC Past Doctor Adventures. So the first PDA is by Jim Mortimer, Eye of Heaven. I've been very interested in this book for some reason. I really wanted to get this when it sets in Easter Island. And as well, it's the first 4th Doctor book from the Past Doctor Adventures. Eye of Heaven doesn't get the best reviews, and it's for this one reason. People do not understand the format, but when people do understand the format, they say it's a really good gothic horror story, and I love gothic horror stories. As Eye of Heaven is presented in a matrix format and not linear, so very similar to Creatures from Beauty, such as diary entries in this one, the 4th Doctor's perspective, leader's perspective, one of the supporting characters' perspective, and it's all jumbled together in different times, so the format can come across very complicated. So yeah, I wanted to get this one. It's been interesting me for quite a while. But yeah, this is in a book, not an audio, so it can probably be a little bit more difficult. So we have to wait and see on Eye of Heaven. And as you can see, this is one of the earlier ones from the front cover. Next, Past Doctor Adventure. This one gets really highly talked about, this one. It's Storm Harvest by Robert Perry and Mike Tucker. I love Mike Tucker, he's a great writer. And Mike Tucker really knows the 7th Doctor. As you can see, this one features the Krill, who are monsters who appeared in Dust Breeding. Yeah, definitely want to check this one out. The chapter points don't feel too long, which is absolutely wonderful, because I love chapters like that. Not really long ones, as I like to reflect on the previous events of the book quite quickly, so I quite like short chapters, and Storm Harvest offers that. Yeah, quite a nice cover as well. Really nice design. I haven't listened to Dust Breeding, so I'll see which one comes up on top, this one or Dust Breeding. Yeah, reviews on this one is pretty solid. A lot of people really do like that book. Next, BBC Past Doctor Adventure by Justin Richards, Grave Matter. This is a 6th Doctor and Perry story. And Justin Richards usually takes stories quite safe. He was definitely like this back in the early days with the books. and with the early big finishes. He didn't really go too out of the box or experimental. He really just plays stories quite safe. The reviews on Amazon with this book is really good. And as well, it's quite a thin Doctor Who book. I would say about 250 pages. This one definitely looks like it's driven by its atmosphere, a bit like Nightshade or Eater of Wasps, so this one definitely looks good. Again, I'm not going to expect anything experimental. As I said, Justin Richard plays things quite safe back in his early days. Next Doctor Who book, quite a rare Doctor Who book, nothing crazy. It is Synthespians by Craig Hinton. I really do like this writer. And this was his last completed Doctor Who book, because after this it was Time's Champion, which he didn't complete because he passed away. And this one is a 6th Doctor story with the Autons. I've seen quite some different reviews on this one, some people saying it's really good and others saying it's quite average and nothing special for the Autons. Also, I've heard this book's got some quite good stuff in it, which may surprise the reader, so that sounds quite interesting. I don't know what that is. Yeah, this is another Doctor Who book, which has interested me for quite a while, so I'm happy to have this one. I'm actually not too sure which companion it features, or it features Perry. You have to get Business Unusual to see which Auton story stands up on top. Next Past Doctor adventure is Atom Bomb Blues, which is the final from The Range. Now this book is quite special to me because this is how I found out about the BBC books. As I went into a charity shop and I seen this, I did, and I have no idea why I didn't pick it up, but this is the book I seen in a charity shop. I didn't pick it up. Then after I seen it, a couple of days later, I just put in Doctor Who BBC books, and then I found out there's been loads of Doctor Who classic books. As I thought the BBC only did new series books but not classics, I found this around about 2013. And yeah, soon, around about in 2014, early 2014, I decided to get BBC books. So yeah, I'm happy to have this one, because this is how I found out about the BBC books. Yes, by Andrew Cartmel. So of course, it's definitely going to be a very bleak story, and that's my bread and butter. Haven't seen no reviews on this one, but I really want to check this one out. Again, like all Andrew Cartmel stories, when reading the bio, it sounds very realistic, and adding realistic and bleak together, that's one of the best combinations. So yeah, those are the Doctor Who books. There are more, which I'll show later. And yes, they are rare Doctor Who books, but we'll get to them a little later. Now let's go to the big finishes. So starting with the big finishes, I have the Season 5 opener, The Wave of Destruction by Justin Richards. I've listened to Wave of Destruction once, but I always listen to something a second time before I do the review and write it out. But yeah, not a lot of people were looking forward to this one. They think it might be a very weak and average installment to start off the series. But it's like Equilibrium all over again. When it was released, people were blown away by it, but it was actually a very strong start for the series. But do I agree with it? You have to wait until the review. Now the other Big Finish stuff I'm going to show you is all spin-offs. I really have explored the spin-offs by Big Finish, and I wish I explored it a lot more earlier, because I can say that the Big Finish Doctor Who spin-offs is some of their best work. And yet there's so much more I haven't explored yet. The countermeasures I do want to dip into. The original Unit series I want to check out. More on the Beneath Summerfield audios. And then the big one Gallifrey as well. So starting with the spin-offs, I have got a nice pile of Beneath Summerfield single releases. Now I love the character Beneath Summerfield. I was a little surprised I only have 2 box sets, which are the New Adventure ones, which is Volume 1 and Volume 2. And I really wanted to check out some of the single releases and her previous box set releases. And yeah, the ones I got is The Greatest Shop in the Galaxy by Paul Ebbs. That name should ring a bell to you if you're a fan of the BBC book lines. He did Book of the Still. And yeah, I've actually listened to this one and I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, serious and creepy in parts, a very paradoxical story. And yeah, Lisa Bowerman really does drive the story playing Beneath Summerfield. A really good story, I really enjoyed this one. He's very good at writing sort of a paradox sort of story, so if Book of the Still is like the same as that, then that book's probably going to be good as well. And these 4 here are from Series 4, which are Beneath Summerfield and the Bellatron Incident. Again, this is another one which I have listened to, and again, really enjoyed it. And yeah, as you can probably tell from the cover, it features the Rutons, the introduction to the Rutons in Big Finish. Yeah, had a nice amount of nostalgia to this one. If you know me, Horror Fan Rock was my first story, and the Rutons were my first Doctor Who monster. It was quite a nice Under Siege sort of story. I like this one. This one I would say is pretty underrated. I don't see a lot of really good reviews on this one, like 4 out of 10s, 3 out of 10s, but I absolutely enjoyed it. But I think I get quite a bit of nostalgia from it because the Rutons were my first Doctor Who monster. Next is the Draconian Rage, which, if you did not know, is a sequel to the Dark Flame, as it has that cult in this story. And as well with the introduction of the Draconians to Big Finish. Yeah, I've listened to part 1 of the Dark Flame and I thought it was pretty good. Hasn't got kicking yet, but we'll see. But yeah, this one quite interests me. Haven't listened to that one. Wanted to listen to the Dark Flame first before getting into that one. Then it's Doctor Who and the Poison Seas, featuring the Sea Devils. This one interested me for one reason, to see the Sea Devils in Big Finish. And as well, it has the Silurians in this. Oh, I forgot to say about this one, it features Braxitale in this one. And I think he's in the other remaining Series 4 audios as well. This one sounds pretty good again. And then we have a very popular one, Death and the Daleks. And this one is a 2-disc set, and all the ones I have got are all 1-disc set. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good reviews on this one, like 10 out of 10s and all that, which sounds fantastic. And yeah, the story sounds great. Yeah, in the Virgin New Adventures and the Bernice Summerfield books, Bernice never faced the Daleks, so it's quite nice that Bernice finally faces the Daleks. And not really in a cameo appearance like God Engine, so really excited with this one. So yeah, I got 5 Bernice Summerfield single releases, and they all intrigue me. I've listened to these 2 and really did enjoy them. Next set of audios are from another spin-off range, quite a lot here, 9 audios, and it is the Sarah Jane series. Now what I didn't notice was the price for the bundle, and it is an absolute bargain. £25 for 9 audios featuring Sarah Jane. What more can you want there? And some of the stories are great, like creepy horror stories, and I'll show you them all now. First one in the series is Comeback. Really creepy cover with a skull in the forest. Really do like this one here. Then Sarah Jane and the Teo Connection. Have a really nice cover. These are like 2002 audios, I think. Let me just have a look at the date. If it says it anywhere. Yeah, 2002, so they're quite old audios. And the third one, Test Your Nerve. Again, a really atmospheric cover. That's why this range did intrigue me. Not because just Sarah Jane's in it, that was one of the reasons, but the main reason is all the stories are really creepy. Next one, Ghost Town. Then the final one of Series 1, I think, Mirror Signal. Now we go to Series 2. These ones started in 2006, I believe. Let's just check. Oh no, 2005, sorry. Buried Secrets. Snowblind. Definitely looks a lot different from all the other audios, not as creepy. Fatal Consequences. And Dreamland. All the ones from Series 2 I think are written by David Bishop, who is the same writer who did Enemy of the Daleks, I love that story, and he did The Domino Effect. And for the last Big Finish, it is a box set, Doom Coalition 2. Yes, I have listened to this set once. I'm not going to say anything on it. I'm going to wait until the review. I'm going to need to listen to it a second time so I can plan out and write the review. Yeah, the review of this will be out next week. I just got to listen to it for a second time and then write the review. So I'm ready for the video. So they were the Big Finish and the books. Now we're getting to the rare stuff now. 5 items here, all in rarity order. So yeah, place your guesses what these items could be. So rare item number 1 is a Doctor Who book. It's a BBC book. And it's an 8th Doctor adventure. It's a late one within the range. And it is To the Slaughter by Stephen Cole. Happy to have this one in my collection, as most of the late 8th Doctor adventures, the EDAs are quite rare, like Deadstone Memorial, The Sleep of Reason, Half-Life, The Tomorrow Windows. They're all quite rare. Nothing crazy, but they're not impossible to get, but, you know, quite rare. They're quite a standard cover. I don't see the best reviews on this one, and Stephen Cole I think it was the same writer who did Lands of the Dead, but actually I think that one's quite underrated to me. But yeah, what I don't really like is the small writing in the books. I hate that with books where the writing's really small, like Van der Decken's Children, but that gets away with it because I think it's a very good book. And as well, The Adventures of Henrietta Street, you need some good eyes to see the writing. But anyway, don't really see the best reviews on this one, so we have to wait and see on this one, but nice to add it to the collection. Second rare item. It's a Doctor Who book. It's one of the rarest from the PDA range, and it's another late one within the range. To be specific, it's the penultimate, The Time Travellers by Simon Guerrier. Yet this is a First Doctor Susan, Ian and Barbara story. Love the cover as well, with London ravaged by war. And these traffic lights by here, there is an actual term what these are called, but I can't remember the term. And it's written by Simon Guerrier, which really intrigues me as I love his big finishes. And I think this is the only Doctor Who book he did, but yeah, really interested in this one. I've heard very good things on this one. Some people find it a little bit confusing. Yeah, I do like Simon Guerrier's style of writing. It's really clever at times and unpredictable. Third rare item is another Doctor Who book. It's another BBC Doctor Who book. It's from the Past Doctor Adventures, and it is the rarest Past Doctor adventure out of all of them. It's written by Simon Messingham, and it is The Indestructible Man. Yeah, it feels great owning this one in my collection. It's about almost £30 on Amazon, so it's one of the more expensive BBC books. Nothing crazy like the Virgin books, hitting like £70 or £50. But yeah, it's one of the more difficult BBC books to get. And yeah, as you can see, it is a second Doctor story. And by the cover, you can see this one might be quite a light-hearted one. It's nice and fluffy and cute, the cover. Well, I've heard it's actually a very dark and twisted story, so that sounds great. But again, I'm not too familiar with Simon Messingham's work, if he's a good writer or a bad writer. So yeah, very happy to have The Indestructible Man. We got two more items here now. So next Doctor Who item, this on Amazon almost hits the 50 quid. And it is a spin-off audio. And what it is, it's Scorpius by Nicholas Briggs. And yes, this is the first part of the Cyberman series. And for some interesting news, that Cyberman series is being reprinted in a box set for £25. Series 1 and 2 will be contained in a £25 box set, which is an absolute bargain. And yeah, the single releases are all going to go out of print. This one's been out of print for quite some time. So Fear, Conversion and Telos are still available on the Big Finish website now, but they want to get rid of them. So soon they will be unavailable to purchase as a physical copy. So I'm going to quickly get those three, as the bundle for them is £8. So I'm going to quickly snatch them before they go for crazy prices on Amazon and eBay. Yeah, this is one of the rarest Doctor Who audios, the second rarest Doctor Who audio you can get. I would say it's definitely more difficult to get than Storm Warning. And yeah, it's rarer than most Virgin books, all the Virgin Missing Adventures, and about the same rarity as Soval Sin, I would say Scorpius is, so that's a very rare audio. And I've been interested in the Cyberman series for quite some time, and the discs are quite nice on it as well. So yeah, very happy to have Scorpius. If you're wondering what price I paid for this, it was 15 quid. So that was Scorpius, £50. And the last item I'm going to show you is even rarer. This item has been out of print for quite a long time, and it is a big challenge to get this item. And I'm very proud to say that I have finally got Cyberman Series 2. Now first things first, I do have to thank a YouTuber by the name of Raz Salt, as he is someone who pointed out a Cyberman audio on eBay for me. So I say thank you very much. I did not win that one that Raz Salt linked to me, but still I would say thank you very much to the YouTuber Raz Salt for helping me try and track down this. But yeah, that Cyberman 2 went for too high when it was like 70 quid, which was too high. But this one was £30, and it is in pristine condition with just a little tats by there, but that's about it. Is in lovely, gorgeous condition. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of Cyberman 2 unboxings with Ben Smith 11 and J Arkham reviews, There's been a lot of Cyberman 2 action. And the only way you can get this, really, is pure luck. You just gotta be lucky and be patient with Cyberman 2. I missed out on this set twice. But it's not impossible to get, you just gotta be patient. So yeah, this is the second rarest item in my collection. It's not as rare as Times Champion, but it's definitely close. On Amazon it's £1,000, which is just insane. Why even put it on there for that much? There's a company called Daily Deals as well, and they put it on a price for £1,000. Yeah, the reason why this is so rare, firstly, it was the first audio to go out of print, as Big Finish did a limited run of these. This was way before all the 1 to 50 audios went out of print. This went out of print like 2011. And yeah, Big Finish did like a prototype release of this, as this was the first box set release from Big Finish. So they did a limited run of these and then they stopped printing them. And yeah, with the re-release coming out in May, the rarity of this, Scorpius, and the remaining Series 1 audios of the Cyberman series are going to be crazy rare. So yeah, I'll quickly show you Cyberman 2, a really nice design of a Cyberman by here, then the title, the top, the side, let's get the light on a little bit, there we go. The back, which is all written by James Swallow, with the bio by there. And yeah, I believe this ends on a cliffhanger, so Series 3 will be pretty interesting if that happens. Also, they've been teasing Dalek Empire to get reprinted, and for a Series 5, so that sounds pretty intriguing. And yeah, I'll quickly show you the individual CDs. We have Outsiders, Terror, Machines, and Extinction. So yeah, Cyberman 2. So thank you very much for watching this showcase video number 43, my birthday collection update, with a lovely laptop back cover by there, nice chunk of Big Finish audios and books as well. And like I say, the book collection's already been done and dusted. I've recorded that, so that's good to go, and that will happen on Saturday, and it'll be a morning upload. So yeah, that'll be the second video for the 1,500 subscriber special lineup. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one for a book unboxing, a very, very rare item. If you want to, you can put your guesses down in the comments. So see you in that video, and of course, have a good one. Whoa, wait, we're not finished just yet. Now, something absolutely amazing just happened. Around about 15 seconds when I finished that part of the video, the showcase was done, something came through the post. And yeah, I was talking about a really rare item, a really rare Doctor Who book I'll be unboxing for Friday. Well, it already came. So, to make this showcase video even more snazzier, why not unbox this in the video, than this having a separate video. So here we have a Doctor Who book, a very, very rare Doctor Who book right by here. Now of course it's not rarer than Times Champion because that's the rarest out of the lot, but still this one is very difficult to get. So I'm going to quickly make my viewers think, what is this Doctor Who book? So put your guess in your head right now. Yeah, I think that's enough time. So, let's see what's inside. Alright, the package is open. Place your guesses in your mind now. So, this rare Doctor Who book added to my collection, it is Indefinable Magic. So, what I've just tracked down is the rarest Big Finish short trip book. Now these Big Finish short trip books are like gold. They are very difficult to get. Some of them range to £20 to £50 to 60 to 80 to £100. And now I have added another Big Finish short trip to my collection, and it is the king of the short trip books, Indefinable Magic. This on Amazon is £150. So yeah, that's rarer than all of the Virgin books. It's rarer than Soval Sin, Lumbarrow, and Dying Days. And as well, I've been doing some research on this one. I've been tracking this book down for God knows how long, as it's never appeared on eBay, and it did finally appear on eBay. I got this for £39. It's been on £150 for a very long time, and the price hasn't gone down, it hasn't gone up either, so it's been stuck at £150 for a very long time on Amazon and hardly ever appears on eBay. And yeah, out of the range, this is the final Short Trip book. It's release number 28. And yeah, it's got a very nice cover with all the doctors by here, with crystals and with the TARDIS by there. The side very nice as well, and the back too with the bio. And by here it lists all the short stories. So to end this showcase video off, it's an unboxing of Indefinable Magic. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one for the book collection. Hope you enjoy it, and of course, have a good one.